Greetings, everyone. Please go to make sure. Please give me a moment to make sure everything's set. Actually, a pretty. Wait, I need to. On it. So, give me a moment to check my other computer. And looks like everything is good to go. So, let's go get it started. I do have a good number of replays. Let's do Hasua. Hausa, or however you pronounce the damn thing. I still don't know how to pronounce even the civilization name. Let's start with that one. Way too sensitive. Greetings, everyone, and great here with another H-Pires 3 replays. Well, on the right side as the red Mexicans, we have Canadians. Well, on the top side as the blue Hausa or Hasua, however you pronounce them, because I still don't know. We have a foreign name. He's merely eating his Sangha cattle. So, he's eating that, while the other Sangha cattle's over here. And he will be devouring some of these. I suppose the cattle, he doesn't start off any like resource crates, so eating the cattle would make sense. I never really paid attention to what House's initial opener resources are. I don't really play them at all. Something I really should look into. I try to play Civilizations when I do play the game. The less common Civilizations. Either way, looks like Mexico is going for some hunting doggos. House is going for villagers. Side select a deck. When it comes to natives and map, we got the House of Fanark, give you access to the Sacred Band Infantry, as well as the Age 2 Fort possibility. For a very low price of 1,200 resources. The Unbearable Bear shall be killed off to steal his treasure chest, filled with treasure chest. You just rip the treasure chest apart of wood. It's not really a treasure chest if the treasure is the chest. I suppose it is technically then a treasure chest. Oh god. I don't know where I was going with that joke. We have a deck selected here. It's a 4-name deck. Looks like a pretty standard house deck. Kingdom Builder. We do have the hand cavalry damage, hand cavalry hit point. So he's maybe going for the Songhai. Get the big buttons for Songhai Raiders. We got the Air Berbers to fly on in, as well as the Canary Guard. That's actually a little less common. Canary Guard, heavily armored Canary cavalrymen, mercenaries, skilled in the use of muskets. Good against heavy cavalry. Sounds like it is a light cavalry unit, not a counter skirmisher. Got the Futa Yalon. Get Javelin Riders and the Fulani Archers. Wait, isn't Futa? Never mind. Strange women, to say the least. And also the Kororova Confederacy. Quick training, fast moving, powerful lancer that slowly loses hit points. You get 60 SO Yoruba SO Riders. As an age 4 shipment, just 6 of them? It must be a really good cavalry unit. And we've got age 2 water, so maybe I'm for some water. I heard water is quite delicious. You know as well, the flavor of water depends on its temperature. You also have the age up to the Mihokanen, which I believe does give him the card that allows him to get a fishing boat for every single ship he's sent so far this game, as well as a dock wagon. I could be mistaken. I believe that is the water state. And we got the Songhai there, as predicted for the Songhai Raiders. We do now have Hacienda here. A little bit of water. Probably more water than any Hacienda in human history. Trading post being established as well. It may be actually better rather than go for the trading post. Maybe a good idea to go for the House of Anar immediately early on. Start getting the Great Greek Revolution big button going, because that will provide you a decent amount of resources over time in via 3 musketeers. Not 3 musketeers, just 3 musketeers. You get much more than 3. Just 3. Sounds like you're saying no. Age up's almost complete. Age up is complete. This one is, yeah, since 1 fishing boat for so far, every fishing boat sent or shipment sent for this game, plus a dock. And you got this one here, which is not really that good. Don't really go for this one unless you want the vision. We do now have a bit of insurgency now being deployed in the field. German villagers, German wood. Do we see? Let's see what else is there for the deck. Looks like pretty standard in Mexico. Possibility of revolt, but honestly, it sort of looks like a deck you probably won't really revolt with. How revolting. This Emir is down to 21 health. The Padre and the General. I should be playing Japan and make Canada a civ. It is a civ, just a revolt civ. The Emir does get gunned down. We got a castle now going up, the Gidden Amina. German available, going for Saltieros, Skirmishers. The Insurgents are a pretty decent siege unit. 20 siege units may not seem like a lot, but it is just dirt cheap at 70. And of course, this fort does the same damage output as an outpost, barring the fact it does also have 1 AoE. The villagers being stabbed to death. 1 villager does get stabbed to death. Who's losing too many villagers here? You now have levied bowmen. Levied bowmen are, of course, a militia archer, light infantry. It is classified as light, and starts losing health. The attack speed increases. So if you don't really use them all too well and get down to 1 health, you at least have some really good DPS units. They do offer 16 range, which is not bad. Same as crossbowman range, but has yeah, basically crossbowman. 16 damage, 16 range at the same multipliers as crossbowman. Barring the attack speed benefits, 70, crossbowman. The increased attack speed can be quite nice, but crossbowmen cost 80 resources. These guys cost 70 influences, so effectively 70 resources. Yeah. Is it bad I'm going to say crossbowmen are better than these guys? Oh boy. Yeah, you don't really want to go for those. They're not worth it. There are levies for a reason. And they still cost 1 population as well. Got some Chinacos here. Good heavy cavalry lancer variant. They will definitely one-shot the levied bowmen when they get down to 1 health. Lonnie Archers, in comparison to those guys, they do have less damage, but of course the double attack speed base. In comparison to crossbowmen, member are 16-16, these guys 9, so effectively 18-17, with almost full skirmisher multipliers. They do cost 105, so musketeer costing. Compared to musketeers have base damage, what, 23 or 24? Oh, there goes those levy bowmen. At least they don't bleed off any experience. Chinaco's not push way forward. We got a good, very good number of raiders. Only a handful of insurgents here. I was trying to get back to these guys. Plus 75% damage when your base damage is 18. I can't do that math, but these guys will do, with the high twice attack speed, they would be just fine versus heavy infantry. Looks like Mexico's going for more soldados, the heavy infantry. Got a handful of javelin riders here just to counter the Chinacos. Both players are trying to pull out counters. Very nice. Although, then again, Soldado is not exactly a counter unit. Just a good guy of a gun. Offering twice the amount of health. 50% more damage at the price of 170. Honestly, stat per stat, musketeers are generally better. Since it will offer, if you're getting 2 musketeers, would offer more damage. But these guys are still quite nice. Chinaco's trying to perhaps harass some villagers. Got some gunfire there. Soldados took a nice volley there. One soldado does go down. The Padre is also a priest. He can heal up the units that are wounded. Chinaco's moving around. Got another round of raiders. Raiders are dirt cheap heavy cav, offering low health damage. They're similar to like the Cossacks or the Steppe Riders. They offer a Lancer very damage multipliers, but I don't think they're classified as Lancers. That is in fact the classification type. Lonnie Archer needs to retarget to something not the heavy cavalry. Soldados with fixed bayonets and charging way forward. And compared to Musketeers, they actually are torque ×2 in melee, so they're a good bayonet user. Raiders do pushing forward, going to be ripping apart the Soldados in no time. They do, of course, like I said, Lancer variants, so they do plus 50% damage against them. So effectively similar to Uhlans. These units started being cleaned on up. And Blue has held. Very, very nice. He cleaned off the Chinacos and charged forward with the Raiders. Red's trying to pull out some more insurgents, going for more Soldados, more Chinacos. Does have the inspiring flag here. One of the Soldados goes down, as well as Insurgent. Right now, I think more Chinacos are generally good. He's fighting against Fulani Archer Raider. Chinacos would be a counter to... Actually, they do have a bit of bonus damage for his heavy. It's more making it so they're more on par to Hussars. So they're still quite good against them. They have the same cost of Hussars as well. Don't mistaken this plus 25% damage as counter damage. It's more just be on par damage. More Chinacos on the build queue. It's going for a shipment of 10 insurgents. Very far from aging on up. Very far from aging on up. Does take on the Fulani Archers. There's insurgent shipment. It will charge forward, snaring some of these units there. Raiders may want to be dispatched. Javelin Riders gain some damage. Red will be cleaned on up. Raiders do offer decent siege damage like Steppe Riders, so their deployed close comparison is Steppe Riders. The Chinese Steppe Riders. We do now have a shipment of the Ankana Konobos, get the native musketeer variant, make them a standardized unit. They are basically a musketeer with lower damage with a 1 AoE. So instead of being armed muskets like it says, I just assume blunderbusses. You know, it's funny, there is no blunderbuss unit in the game, is there? Or maybe I'm crazy. Do not have a dock wagon. Looks like he has gone for the fishing ships. You get the fish and chips. More Soldados, more Chinacos. More Chinacos there. We do have 10 Chinacos, 2 Soldados, 2 Insurgents. Versus an army of 9 Raiders, 8 Javelin Riders, and 3 Fulani Archers. More Raiders there. Got a decent number of Soldados here. There's an Ancon Anaconobas. 19 damage, 1 AoE. They do offer a little bit more health than Standard Musketeer as well. They're not a bad unit. Just a little bit more specialized against mass infantry. If one goes to mass soldados, it's sort of hard to tell if that would be useful or not. Putting stagger formation will negatively affect them less. Even if it gets in spread formation, they have really high health, so they won't maybe not super effective, maybe somewhat effective, I don't know. But these soldados can be picked off for free. More soldados in the build queue. The Fulani Archers still cause some issues. Chinacos coming from the flank. They're just migrating away. Soldados, fixed bayonets, militia brought on in, ripping apart all the raiders. Chinacos coming in for encirclement. We got some, the Cannoneer Mercenaries. There's an Obelisk gun variant. They're classified as light infantry. Deal siege damage. And it looks like Blue's army will get completely encircled. They also have Soldados, but we will lose everything else. Great engagement there by Red. We got 49 villagers for the Mexican player, only 30 for the Hosua. We got a decent number of fishing boats on the field for the Mexican player as well. So he has a good amount of that food going. There's only 2 whale deposits map, but there's still plenty of fish, so probably a good idea to get a handful more fishing boats. I don't know what would be the magic number. Magic end number is 4. I don't know how much he should get in the meantime. More soldados being put on the field. Blue is perhaps eyeing to age up. He does have the Greek Revolution counting up in his favor. Looks just started, however. One villager does go out, and these villagers backing off from the granary. Looks like he does have a decent number of Zabu cattle, as well as 1 cow. Now he could age on up. What he should age up for, I have no idea, because I really don't know Hosua's age up whatsoever. He's going for the Hosua, so Hosua's aging up the Hosua. And now it's going for more Anaconobas. Or however we pronounce it, because I can't pronounce anything. We do now have the Town Watch Research, redeploying the Padre. And more soldados. You actually don't really see Mexican soldados all too often. But it is sort of nice to see some other units. Then the revolt. Looks like the Mexico players eyeing to progress for an age up. What state should go for? I have no idea, because I have no idea what all the states are, and policy, when I usually say age 4 is more common than age 3 for Mexico, I actually do mean it. He does have a good amount of villagers as well. He's not going for the Kingdom Builder. Usually see this one pretty early on. Once he gets to Fortress 8, he'll get 1 University, Trade, and Palace Builder. He pulls off into Industrial, gets another Town Center. Imperial Age gets 5 Camp Builders, which is unlikely it's ever going to get that far. Oh, we got a Mountain Monastery there, deployed out from the Greeks. If I were to click on the Greeks, it is the Deliver to the Mountain Monasteries. Oh, there's Revolt. How revolting. Like I said, it's more common with age 4 than age 3. Gone for the Central Americans. One has aged up. Central American, what do they offer? It's going for its wood shipment. We do have So water and coffee. Get additional villager settler for each shipment sent so far this game. So that'll be 10. Santa Maria's fire ship for Soldados. You get free petard for all future shipments. That's probably a nice one to go for early on. Settlers become revolutionaries. I don't know how effective that would be at this moment in time. Some colonial, or not colonial militia, revolutionaries here. Dun, dun. Sorry, I love the music for Revolution. Whenever you do something cause special music play, you know it's a good event, it's a memorable event. We do now have the visit of the 7 houses now being researched. It's a church research. I have no idea what that provides. We got a good number of falconets on the field, so we got a good amount of siege army, which is going to be very useful against all these musketeers. Gem Riders are, they only have the relatively standard 2.5 anti-artillery damage, so nothing too significant. More soldados being employed on the field. Falconets finds good volley there onto the castle. Does take it out. Those are getting gunned down there. You may want to use a 6 grand band Greek infantry. He has rank 3. Also pull on the field before he loses it. Leaves on Falconets pull on the field. Gets a good counter attack on Reds. Both sides lost a Falconet. Now is the perfect time for the 2nd band infantry. Training post still alive. There's 1 Falconet remaining. Red has 3. Villagers migrating away. Javelin Riders taking out those Falconets. Does take that out. No 2nd band infantry. Going for shipment of Javelin Riders. And again, the Canobas who had a little bit AoE, but they can rip apart. And the Mexican militia still here as well. And Blue just casting GG. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Since we have done, I think that's with the same player from Mexico. Since we already did Mexico, let's just go on to another replay for now. We can always come back for it later. Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Age of Empires 4-3 replay. It's on top right side as the Blue America. We have Kako and TBs. Spawn on bottom left side as the Red Japanese. We have Caped Baldy. US player is not selected deck, nor has a Japanese player. When it comes to natives map, we've got a very important native, the goat. They are the goat. As well as we do have the Yoruba. We have access to Yoruba Oil Legionaries and the Yoruba Esso Rider. And we do also have the Sudanese. Give access to the Sudanese Dervish, as well as the Askari Mercenary and the Sanar Horseman Mercenary. US players are going for a little bit of wood here. I'm not sure for what. Yeah, oh, the French immigrants, that's why. We got Fast Industrial, FI. We do have, looks like, of course, the French immigrants. Let's see. Relatively sparse here. Probably going to age up, go for the coin, and age up again. Maybe item for Indiana for an age up, but that's just a guess. We do have the U.S. Marines as well as conscription, so he is going to try to mix in some Marines. We also have the Kovats Legion, get some Magyar Hussars, spammable Magyar Hussars. Missouri River Expedition. Rise fast ships one cover wagon, enables your general to use a hot air balloon ability. Don't see that card all too often. This card here, Team North Carolina Quakers. Ships 5 Quaker guns. It's an infinite card. It is also team, so that gives your entire team 5 Quaker guns. That's interesting. I'm not a big fan of Quaker guns because they're just literally decoys, but your entire team getting 5. That sounds actually pretty fun. Oh, looks like Red did save a Sudanese dervish. In this age, it does get a little bit debuffs, such as doing 25% less damage to the heroes. Francis Marian's taking quite a bit of damage there. Looks like the Japanese player just played out a whole bunch of shrines, clicked up some food. While eyeing for a faster age up. 13, 14 villager age up versus 15. We do have Virginia, pretty standard. Actually, no, usually Pennsylvania is standard. Virginia is actually less common. What's Virginia? I forget what the cards were for Virginia. That's what I'm saying. There's a goat right there. You also have the treasure. The treasure of a duck nest, providing 50 wood, is protected by a crocodile, a salty gator. Or one ship available for the US player, probably for coin. Now the Tory Gates being deployed on the field, which will provide him 1 military rickshaw and a samurai. And since his opponent's trying to go for fast industrial, being aggressive would be very effective. Looks like Red will be gauging these local doggos. Stabbed 1 for 69 damage. You'll get 2 more goats. Like I said, they are the goat. Immediately going for Diplomatic Intrigue. Both players are now aged on up. Of course, got the military wagon. Yep, there's a US coin shipment. Like that coin will give enough to age up. At least in coin. He's yep, does pull those guys off. Has a little bit of a float of coin. Samurai does see a bit of damage there. And now we do have the Virginia General Assembly. So your Virginia plan gives you 2 shipments. And Corporal Militia gives your town center, or spawns 6 militia each town center, so you could potentially get a lot of militiamen. You could probably age up to Indiana, get the free age up, and then start focus on getting additional town centers to maintain village production, and perhaps bring the Corporal Militia if he needs emergency defense. That's just a theory, though. New Hampshire. Isn't New Hampshire the naval? It's a naval state? Guess we'll find out soon enough. Red's gonna be trying to be a bit aggressive. Has some shinobi and musketeers. State capital has now been deployed in the field. Samurai is slicing apart the general. America versus anime. The general has been gunned down. Going for Daimyo Mototada. This player will have enough for another shipment. Probably needs to go for the 54th Massachusetts Volunteers, I'm guessing. Once he sees that military force, that will give him a nice force and put him veteran. Let's get a round of regulars, so he can make stay regular. He's actually going to the fort. That's not a half bad idea. He has plenty of giraffes nearby. It's automatic to deploy the fort. He does take out the samurai, general, and here comes the Minutemen. He feels confident to push on forward, does get a volley there with his villagers. Villagers have embraced blunderbuss. The second amendment, 6 damage per shot. Of course, these French couriers do have 16 damage. They took that damage and gunned down a giraffe. There's the fort. Good defense there by the US player. Probably a good idea to be a bit more defensive for the time frame. Fort Defiance. Now, do you have the shrine wagons being shipped on in, as well as a military rickshaw? He has gone for Japanese isolationism, which we saw with the shinobi. Right, does have the... Oh, he shipped the shrine wagons from to the daimyo, which may have been actually a mistake. There's some fallen he can claim there. Going for shipment coin, he's going to try to get his industrial age up and going. Going for hunting doggos now. With that, he will needs what, 1,200 coins, so just needs a little bit more. Guns down some of these musketeers.
I'm ready. Yes.
Japanese player pulling out stable, eyeing for a bit more stability in his life. He's also pulling out some Naginata riders from the daimyo. He has quite a bit of food sorted up, just needs a little bit more coin, then he can age up. I was bringing the Virginia plan. This age up New Hampshire does give him the French Canadians, give some Napoleon guns, which could be quite nice. Enables him the saloons, as well as an earlier factory. But he is maybe not going for the early he can still go for the early factory. Doesn't give him... He will still have access to other factories, so he will have a replacement factory. He just can't blow out a third factory. Only Mexico can blow out 3 factories. He will find the fort. He does not have enough capabilities to engage the fort. He'll torch down that house, being a bit of a home wrecker. Going for a shipment of wood and then the Marines. That extra 1,000 wood, of course, will get eventually 2 more town centers. He's losing a bit of infrastructure, but he does, of course, have the fort nearby. There's a shipment of wood. Naginata Riders trying to hit these forces. They are Lancer variants, so they will do bonus damage versus those Minutemen. Another round of Minutemen deployed on field. I don't think US Marines were the correct call. You can bring another shipment of something. I'm sort of surprised we don't have long rifles as an item, given this Minutemen or eventually Marines +2 range, as well as state militia. It looks like Blue will hold off no problem before providing excellent fire support. This player just needs more food before he can age on up. Going to be collecting some elephants now.
Hello.
And that wood. The general could build some more town centers near some food deposits. My apologies, just open up a drink. We're at the covered wagon limit. Ah, he's going to use the state capital, bringing the covered wagons for that wood. Very nice. So those covered wagons are a little bit exposable. The general will draw some fire. Keep that covered wagon back.
Yes.
Put the covered wagon perhaps right there, or just go super safe. Let's go and just go super safe.
Yes.
The Marines not advancing. We will spot the towns that are being built. We may lose this covered wagon. Looks like he will lose that town center. Bit of a loss there. The US is now Agent 4 over New Jersey. I have no idea what New Jersey provides. I don't think I've ever seen anybody age up in New Jersey before. Because after all, who wants to be with Jersey? The Japanese player, he's now aging up to something. He's aging up with the Shogunate. Give him another daimyo. Another round of Marines helping pull in the field.
What is your command?
13 Marines.
Orders?
Gets a horse artillery from New Jersey. That will be very useful now. And immediately goes for the hot air balloon. Does give him a covered wagon as well. See, New Jersey provides shipments directly into your stockpile or infrastructure wagons. That would be a bit more useful. Force gun takes severe damage. Force gun does go down. Other towns that are being established. Villagers firing some shots there and drawing a bit of fire there. That one doesn't fall back in time. Naginata Riders trying to torch down this town center. Marines still drawing a bit of fire. The general has gone down, trying to get his damage output as best he can. Looks like the town center will survive. Got the explorers or monks taking some bit of damage there as well.
Yes.
Town center is built. He needs to repair it as soon as he can. He has utilized a hot air balloon.
I'm ready. What you need? Yeah? What you need?
Going for Shimmer Coin. He may be on to age up now himself. Got 39 villagers versus 27. This player has a good
Orders?
number of town centers.
Hello.
And it deliver additional resources. Don't know how much additional resources is.
Yes.
Ready to fight. Orders?
Got 2 heavy
Hello.
cannons now pulled on in. Going for trading post there. These 2 mills going for the trading posts. The 2 mills at least give him some backline food. You can start progressing to get those research going. He has not really sources of coin. I'm so surprised we also don't see the factories just yet.
What are my targets?
Usually the factory is something a higher priority. I can see the 4 infrastructure wagons. That makes sense.
Orders?
But now he needs to get that mill research going. He's also not building any villagers. Going for veteran regulars. Now I got to age up the Golden Pavilion. Another round of Marines deployed on the field. Heavy cannons are nice and all, but they're not a win everything button or unit. You now have some discipline Yasume archers, which are good against artillery by a significant amount. Just going for the discipline Ashigaru musketeers. Maybe a good idea to go for the Minutemen companies if he's going for mass marines. But then again, you just want all the shipments. He's very far away from the Kovat's Legion.
What is your
Marines do have decent siege damage at 47. These ostriches have been set free. You can also research herbal medicine, which will help him out with getting times 6 healing rate with side garrisons. Wait, we're on the Age of Empires game. There's the first factory wagon. Now he's got triple villagers being produced, 38 versus 47. Discipline Naginata Rise, so he's getting his discipline upgrades, going for good faith agreements now. The mounted archers do have good multipliers against artillery units, times 7 multiplier. They also have twice attack speed. They're a very good counter unit. They're pretty much a counter unit. They also have really high, a little bit higher multipliers against heavy cavalry as well. Flaming arrows not being put on field. The Guard Marines do have a bit of damage versus artillery, a bit of bonus damage. Handful of regulars could go down. Any relationships with his or with the Spanish. The hot air balloon being established, very nice. Got a castle being established in the back line, applying an eye for some siege weapons. Yes. More regulars being employed in the field. Inspiring flag has gone down.
Yes?
Yes.
So just veteran regulars, no guard regulars. He's going for the Dutch allies, going for honored flaming arrows now. Siege road not being researched. That's the one. I think that's like the second upgrade for the mills. Can't remember what upgrades are what. Finds a great shot there of the heavy cannon. It's good hit there on the flaming arrow as well. It's more or less a general artillery piece, similar to the light cannons. Heavy cannons taking severe damage. Regulars and Marines engaging. There's some culverins there. Counter artillery does take off 2 melee. Maybe a little bit overkill there, but does get them down. And the rest of these artillery pieces going down. Takes the rest of the flaming arrows with the counter artillery. So it's like all the artillery is now down, but Blue Star has a significant army. More regulars now being queued on up. More flaming arrows. Japanese player has quite a bit of resources stockpiled up as well. And right now, the factory is providing wood. It also has very little coin income. Guard regulars now being researched. US players have 50 villagers, Japanese players have 52. Flame arrows quickest way forward, gets good volley there on the regulars. And now we do have another covered wagon being deployed in the field. I was going for mercantilism for the Japanese player, get 2,000 experience. US player can bring in some more Marines. No conscription just yet. Good damage there. Marines
What is your ready?
does get good damage on the flaming arrows. Now the US player brings other factory. Oh yeah, the Morris canals also sets your shipment delivery time down to 10 seconds, which does the Brazil has a similar card to this. Does exact same effect, and very useful for the papal shipment. It does affect the like papal guards and all that sort, papal lancers. Trade orchard does get eaten up there. Guess I have another ×2 trade orchard being on in. Another round of culverins now deployed on the field. We do also now see the culverins Royale. Down south, we got some villagers down here. They could build some basic walls to help protect that region. Extending relationships with the Japanese isolationism. Oh wait, no. Huh. Oh, he's bringing that in. Apparently you can bring those in through the Shogun? I did not realize you can employ those guys through the Shogun. Maybe you just have to get available ones. Not sure. So he's going for more of these clubmen's. We're effectively a consulate from Eichmann. And I was going for Japanese isolationism. Blue does pull out hot air balloon, very nice. Over fires around some shots there. Red has 2 armies now pulled in the field. Artificial fertilizer there. Culverins, don't push forward to get any volleys off there. Now here comes the mounted archer. They do find these culverins. Takes out one. Probably will take out both. Taking the counter archer or the counter artillery units is not bad if he allows his artillery more free range. US players factories are currently providing wood. He is not on bringing heavy cannons. Now we got a massive number of rockets deployed in the field from a shipment, the captured rockets. Flamers get a good air than the regulars.
Yes.
Flame arrows do take out one of those rockets, vice versa. You start now putting in some more culverins. And now we do have the Sohali allies, which are a native unit, so they cost 0 population. That can get them well above max population for a quick spike in manpower. Red is coming for a pretty nice flank there. Maybe we'll take out the rockets pretty quickly. Torii Gate's starting to be under siege. We will start losing the XP bounty capabilities. Regulars do fire against these mounted archers. One of the capture rockets do go down, not gonna rise push forward. More clubmans going, clubbing. Rockets firing away. We've got now the Sohali allies, which I believe are a mix of pikemen and halberdier. They are heavy infantry. Mounted archers taking out those rockets, and looks like Blue does back the game after getting completely surrounded and would be wiped out there. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started the next replay, I need to turn on the heat right now. My apartment's getting a little bit cold. One moment, please. Turn off my heat or go off to work. Just save a little bit of money, and I forgot to turn it back on before I got home. Or after I got home, I should say. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Bars 3 replay. Spawn on the south side as the blue Germans. We have Zot Rax 018. On the north side as the red Hasula. We got She Ain't There. When it comes to the natives of the map, we do have natives that sort of follow the theme. We got the House of Habsburgs, give you access to another big button, give you Magyar Hussars. Now over here, we've got the House of Anar, gives you a big button, provides secret band infantry. So it is a good idea to go for these natives pretty early in order to get a lot of free infantry units. Or military units. Magyar Hussars are definitely not infantry. They're pretty good cavalry. You'll kill off the local doggo and steal his broken wing, the Polish Hussar. That wolf was going to wear that into combat. You monster. Now the player has selected a deck just yet. Looks like Red will kill off that witch hunter and steal his last letter home. You monster. He's not going to deliver that to his wife. Is that a randomly generated name or a custom name? Sissy Imperazzi? I have no idea if that's random generated or custom name, honestly. We have villagers now being shipped on in for the Hausa. Let's see. Relatively common age 1, age 2. Let's see, the only thing unique here is the Dane guns. Malgadi attack and train speed improve. Now they cost partial coin and influence. Reduce influence cost by 100. Increase the coin cost by 100. Not sure what's the base cost of them normally. Samina Gasinas turn Akana Knobles a standardized military unit. Sudanese allies. A large amount of cows. They're also carrying additional food. You actually don't really see this card often. And we got the card Habanana. Oh, I butchered that one up. Change all your sun cattle and other cattle for influence. Replace them with all infinite calves. That's actually not bad. That's probably a good combination with these two. Bring in a lot of cattle and then sell them all off at once. Also, I'm going to sneeze. Blah. Native treaties, cola nut cultivation. So definitely more of an influence-based stack. Those should be fun enough. Germs are aging up with the quartermaster. Over here we do have the Akin. 1v1 L. So he's going to take an L perhaps. Let's see. Looks like standard Germans, probably fast fortress, but can fight in colonial. We do have the Jaegers as well as the German Black Riders. We have a weird German Gurm Spoon. The Polish Winged Hussars set the 7 wings, give you 7 winged Hussars, which is different than the Magyar Hussars. Heavy cannons, horse artillery, and some factories. The bears being unbearable. Save that one shipment. Maybe iron for the Hasua Kingdoms. Yep, he's eyeing for that. So it gets completed as he finishes the age up. Bear being gunned down. And he will steal that bear's weaponry. Guess that bear won't have the right to bear arms. Or to arm bears. Germany bringing some settler wagons, going for a stable, eyeing for a bit of stability in his life. You also have a royal embassy deployed on the field. So what is he eyeing? He's eyeing for some early Akana Knobles, which will cost influence right now. 100 influence. When he gets this card, it turns into non-influence based units, but he is not eyeing that. It also sets the build limit to -1, effectively makes him infinitely spammable. But right now, they cost influence and can only build up to 12. They are a native unit. Another shipment's available, and looks like he's going for stagecoaches as well as Palace Samina. Gives him rigid influence and 1 palace builder. Or increases the build, gives him 1 palace builder and increases building palaces by 1. Looks like that gunman does go down. Didn't use the gun well enough. Steal his exhausted carrier pigeon, and rather than trying to nurse that carrier pigeon health, you just want to straight up eat it. You monster. Launch pushing by 4. Good volley there from the Akana Knobles, however you pronounce it. They offer 10 melee damage with standard musketeer multiplier, so they're decent in melee. They offer higher health than normal musketeers, while also a little less damage with a bit of AoE. You may try to torch this down. It's a good flame burst there. Going straight for the Emir. And he finds the meter goes down, saving his palace. There's Stagecoach. Mordakin's not been pulling field. Another shipment available. What's this card here? Various cattle. In total, it says it will give him 4 cattle, but you also get 1 free cattle per shipment, so that's 5 cattle. Which he has plenty of cattle here, but it does take time to fatten that stuff up. Now we've got this castle here, which will do a bit of bonus damage versus these cavalrymen. Takes 1 out there, and now he's aging up with to the Berbers. The Empire has enough coin to age up, needs more food. More Ulan try to push way forward, but they're getting gunned down a little bit. He has decent enough with his kind of Penobos. Right now, he's just spending free influence for a defensive army. That's actually pretty smart. You can always turn to a spammable unit later on, but right now he just wants to get some free military units for defense. Since Germany gets those free Ulans, they tend to go for Ulans to complement the Ulans. So getting out a handful of units here to help defend is not a bad idea. Got some elite Berber cavalry riders now deployed on the field as well. They're a relatively weird light cavalry unit. They're fast riding, or they're light cavalry, but they actually, I don't believe, have a range attack. It says they're in melee mode, but I think they only have melee attack. I'm not really sure. They have high base damage for a light cavalry unit, for a melee one. So yep, they're just basically traditional Age of Empires camels counter horses unit. Blue has go ahead and build a trading post here. It's going to help push it down. These camel riders don't have good siege damage. Red has established this trading post here, which is the House of Fanar. Looks like this trading post will go down. We'll get 1 more volley of torches before being fully built. He's merely going for the crown lands. It is a 300 resource or research to give you experience. For each 20 experience for each building you own. Camel riders are, these Berbers actually are a very good counter to these cavalry. They do bonus damage versus all cavalry in melee. War wagons are weird, where they have melee damage, or melee resistance. So the Berbers are actually pretty good against the Ulans and war wagons opponents deploy on the field. And since they're classified as light cavalry, dragoons will not counter them. But that is a large number of these war wagons. These guys are straight forward. And Hsu has a lot of resources. He's almost had enough resources to age on up. But for more Berbers, I do agree with that. But he does need influence. Try and torch this down. There is the aging up to the Yorbara. Berbers charging way forward. They do move at 7. These guys move a little slower at 6. The Explorer does draw a bit of fire there. And it looks like the Berbers will be microed down there. Very nice. Good focus firing there. More Berbers there. Some of these cows are actually fully or nearly fully fattened. He may need, let's see, these guys can support 10. Yeah, he has 10 out of 10 there. And he's gonna sell some more livestock markets. He may, let's see, these provide 13 each. So we need more livestock market for that. Now I got some skirmishers here. These skirmishers will counter the Berber camel riders. They are light cavalry. Lonnie archers now being pulled on the field. Very nice. Elite Fulani archers now being researched. Oops. Sorry about that. Really hit my microphone there. Guard torch down this trading post. You can go for some mountain monasteries. I wonder, Ethiopian mountain monasteries provide influence. Does the Great Fanar mountain monasteries, which are just renamed mountain monasteries, will they allow the Hasua get more influence? If it does, he should have gone for that, since he's going for an influence-based build. Now got some of these champion Magadis. Oh boy, these are actually... These guys are really heavy infantry. They are... Looks like they're not mercenary. They are heavy. So the skirmishers will do bonus damage to them, but they're just super heavy infantry. Those skirmishers got ripped apart there. We do also have some of these champion Orboro Estor riders, which are blast cannon, militia, heavy cavalry things. I don't know what to describe them. Degrade over time, and they get higher attack speed as they degrade over time. See, Magadi, they do cost 190. He does have a research to make it a bit more mixed of coin and influence. Now I got the two big buttons available for Hausa. German players aging up to the engineer, also getting a very fine coat for his people. We do now have some guard boyars now being deployed on the field, so he already has guard research in the House of Fanars. I was not expecting the boyars to be mixed on in. Livanites are mixed armored heavy cavalry. University and another castle here. You could play this stuff out near the trading post to get in the increased influence, or near this trading post there for more increased influence. Not sure why he's not doing that. It's really hard to gauge the Hausa army right now since he has a lot of native units. German player has more of a proper army, including some falconets now. He does have one shim available. He passed in the winged hussars. Bringing the horse guns. Livestock market now being established. One shipment available. You already have to build limit for that card. He needs to sell off some cattle in order to get that in. Your max of 20 cattle, so he needs to sell off 3 cows before he can get a group of 13 in. Here comes the native. Nope. Not sure he's tying. And he's just going to do it now. Yeah, so we'll give him 2,500 influence. He could have probably invest in some food to squeeze out more influence. I don't know how much fresh cow provides. And these guys are pretty well fattened. Now he has a lot of influence. Of course, the livestock market does go down a little bit because of that. Level 3. I don't think he has any level just yet there. We also got some priests here to heal up these units. Very nice. More of the Magatis now being blown in the field. Let's see, do they cost population? They are, whoa, 1 population. That is actually really good. These guys are basically mercenary level units that cost only 1 population. That is very, very powerful. And they're not classified as mercenaries, so don't receive bonus damage from spies. So they don't have to worry about being shanked. We got some gear also now being pulled in the field. Has quite a bit of food stored on up. He has only 25 villagers. He has not been maintaining village production. He's just investing into entirely influence. It also means his population hit, let's see. He has 67 military units versus opponent's 48, and he's nowhere near a pop cap. His military army size can get very high. Got some Jaegers now pulling the field. Very good light infantry. Explorer does go down. Got a decent number of these culverins for counter artillery. They are Culverin Royales. We do now have the Armoratio. I don't know what that is. Armoratio. All range units. Collect more damage, so plus 5% damage. Guys, up before, got some winged hussars here. Guard winged hussars. Red's army sort of just slowly creeping way forward. That's not super great. Got some gears tooting their horns. I think the sound bug is starting to develop. Some of the cavalry starting going down. Got some ever zones here. He's not activating the big buttons there. Might as well activate the big buttons. Quantity Outros getting some good damage there. Jaegers pretty forward. They are a good skirmisher unit. Falconess getting some damage there. They are picked off there by the culverins now. Yep, and all of Blue's armor goes down, bar the Jaegers. Those will go down soon enough. German influence now being shipped on in. He needs the big buttons, get out some reinforcements. It's also going for some guard boyars. Thank you for the follow, Quasim. I butchered your name. Got these units now pushing down south. Got a couple culverins here, blue culverins. What's this? Factory wagon. He does have stagecoaches. A stagecoach, steam powered. Guard of War Wagon is now researched as well. So it's like blue was actually missing some guard upgrades in that conflict. Goes for some horse guns. Races down to 1 culverin. Now we're seeing the veteran Greeks. Against Red's current army, I think heavy cannons would be quite nice. But then again, I'm just biased towards heavy cannon. And Hasua has quite a bit of food stored on up. Not really investing in the villagers. Just slowly just building more and more. He has 14 cattle in the field. Go 5 more of that button. It's probably a good idea just to manually build them though. And now he's spending his influence on getting some more Culverin Royales. Number of exposed villagers there for Red to take out. Lithium Knights are a large amount upgraded. Got some SO Riders here with minimal health. He will not find the villagers. He's hunting down the villager. Got some Oolons here. I know Liffin Knights do offer 28 damage, 400 health versus 200 health, 35 damage. Both pretty much not upgraded. We got another guard war wagons to report those units. The lawns do go down there. Got some veteran Boyars. Boyars are a high attack speed heavy cavalry unit. He is utilizing infinite influence now. Howdy. Oh, sit back and enjoy. You may learn a thing or two. Any in particular? I recommend campaign is probably a good place to start. Give you at least understand the basics. Good number of units here. I suppose just let me know if you have any questions. Big thing is unit typing and counters. Obelisk guns do not do bonus damage against skirmishers. Obelisk guns, they... Oh, got a big button being pressed for Sacred Band Infantry. Obelisk guns... Oh, they're hitting all the big buttons. Music's playing. Sorry about that. Obelisk guns do not counter skirmishers. Obelisk guns are considered light infantry. They do bonus damage versus heavy infantry. Skirmishers are also light infantry, who does bonus damage versus heavy infantry. In other words, light infantry does counter heavy infantries. Heavy infantries are more just generalists. They're good against everything. Light infantries are more specialized against heavy infantry and light cavalry. Got these heavy cavalry push way forward, takes out those culverins. War wagons are classified as light cavalry. They're light cavalry. Don't worry what they look like. And so thus they do counter the heavy cavalry. No, skirmishers do not do bonus damage against each other. They just shoot at a long range for relatively high damage with low health. If you have trouble with your fighting against skirmishers, a couple ways to be effective against them is heavy cavalry or artillery. They tend to be bunched up like this, and so a well-placed cannon shot can do serious damage. Heavy cavalry, if you look here, this is another light infantry unit. You see here it does 40% less damage versus cavalry, while having high multiplier versus light, so they would do less damage versus all cavalry. There are a couple counter skirmisher units, but those are very rare, and you'll just have to read descriptions saying, oh, counter skirmisher. But don't worry about that for now. I suppose one big thing I have to say is, are crossbowmen skirmishers, or do they work differently? Crossbowmen are light infantry. They're just weaker, cheaper, cost wood. They are a good interim unit. Very few civilizations can really make them pull them off. They are light infantry, so treat them as such. But their anti-heavy multipliers is very low. For example, the crossbowman has plus 25% damage versus heavy, which is not too significant. But they still retain their full anti-light cavalry multipliers, so they're still good versus light cavalry, just not super great against heavy. Any reason to train them instead of Cossadors? Cossadors are a light infantry. Generally, probably a good thing to go is focus on the Cossadors. But there are some situations where you build around crossbows where they can be better. I say one thing that is important to teach new people is wildlife, wild food does collect up faster than from farms, so you want to eat the food on the field first before you try to farm it. Venture onto the map for your resources. Heavy cavalry now push forward, getting a bit of damage on these units. Heavy cavalry both sides engaging, Boyars can report. War wagons now intercepting the heavy cavalry there, but they're annihilating them. Got a couple heavy cannons and 4-star guns on the high ground there, getting some good damage. These guys are so bunched up, the heavy cannons will annihilate them. All of Red's culverins have gone down, so he no longer has any counter artillery units. War wagons starting to be brute forced forward. Blue has lost his front line. Some of his units are charging forward up the slope to gauge the artillery in melee. Got a pretty good volley there. Force artillery is going down. This artillery does get overran, and Red does manage to push through that army with sheer volume. But he did take some losses there. But now, let's see, Blue. He's trying to go for more Boyars, more war wagons. Bring a shipment of Ulans as well. Tries to cripple army. He's already got all of his H4 shipments in, so has to go back to H3 shipments. I say for one thing with a new player, just sit down, look at what units that, what civilization you want to play as, and look at, just take time, just look at what units counter what. Just read the multipliers and just read everything. Got some plantations here, secondary colonies being established, got some various stuff just being torched down here. The Knights don't have good torch damage. And there's a large amount of Ulans and Boyars now heading up here. Heavy cavalry has gone down up here. East Mountain infantry is not pushed way forward. Got a round of skirmishes being pulled out by the Germans. Villagers backing on off. We do have 7 cattle here, 9 cattle here. The livestock market seems to be maxed out. He needs to start trading that. Then again, I think he's not trying to sell the cattle because he's using it for the influence generation. And it looks like when they get fully fattened, their influence generation is actually pretty significant, 0.5 per second. So he's definitely eyeing just mass influence. You can bring in one of the Magyar Hussars there. Well, the amount of amount of war wagons spawned in the field. Oh, there's Magyar Hussar. Gets gunned down immediately. Here comes the Berber camel riders. Yeah, I don't think the mounted infantry will be super effective in the situation since there's a large number of these guard war wagons on unit, but not ideal in the situation. Got a round of these horse artillery. Some housing starting going down up here. German player willing to get that stuff rebuilt, going for more Ulans. Does not have his guard Ulan upgrade as well, so they are down tech level. And veteran skirmisher as well. He doesn't have his needle gunner royal guard upgrade either. So he is out qualityed in that aspect. That is actually causing big issues. Killed the infantry and Janus. Let's see. When it comes to Husua, it depends on what type of unit. Lonnie archers or light infantry unit. Treat them as skirmishers. Yep, you sort of have to sit down and read. If you're fighting against these archers, they are a light infantry unit. Your Janissaries will be countered by them. These Magadis are a heavy infantry unit, so your Abbas guns will do bonus damage against them. If you're having trouble, it's common for Husua to go for Fulani archers, and so you probably should generally eye your artillery, probably the Great Bombards, or your Delhi heavy cavalry to counter them. Berbers push forward. They're of course an anti-cavalry unit. Looks at the horse artillery, some does go down. More horse artillery here, get some good damage. Over and slowly pick up all the horse artillery. Blue's front line has disintegrated. Good damage there with his remaining horse artillery, but Culveron's getting distracted by some units. One of the horse Culverons remains, gets a good splash hit there. But Blue's not pushing forward with all these forces. And all these units now being pursued. When it comes to Hausa, Hausa is not exactly a super common civilization people to play. So if you have trouble against them, it's probably not just you. We do have him revolting Argentina. He's a bit desperate. Which will get him, what, mounted grenadiers, right? Or cows. Yep, get some cowboy variants. A little bit desperate. Revolutionaries push forward. They are, of course, a heavy infantry unit there, countered by the Fulani archers. We do now have the Granados, which are mounted grenadiers. They're the rare ranged heavy cavalry type. But now Blue's pushing forward, gets a temporary spike in units. But it's also desperate. He has basically no economy at the moment, only has a handful of coin income from the factories. Got more Berber camel riders, so it's not going to be good versus the revolutionaries. And these gauchos are a light cavalry as well. Which, of course, Berbers are light cavalry, a weird light cavalry variant. No. Only Mexico can return to Mexico. All civilizations, once revolt, there's no turning back. These mounted grenadiers, they're, of course, like I said, that rare, heavy range cavalry variant. Oh, they're also classified as light cavalry, so they get countered by archers and skirmishers as well. So they're all cavalry types. Thus, they get countered by everything. Damage output's not significantly great as well. Didn't think take a better look at them at one point in time. A couple more horse artillery straight forward. Castle does go down there. A couple field guns now pull on the field. That would be very useful against the revolutionaries. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not exactly too impressed by the mounted Granados. If they were just ranged heavy cav, that would be one thing. But since they also classify as light cavalry, they get countered by skirmishers. Pretty hard. Of course, let's see, what other cards can you employ in the field with a revolt deck? Bring some outlaw stuff, get some Lombards, improve Lancer stuff. You can bring in the Italian El Nati mercenaries, elite Lancers, some little Bombards, but that's a lot of coin, which does have a decent amount of coin, so maybe bring in one of these mercenary shipments. Outlaw Band is 19 random outlaws, just sheer quality. Not familiar with that mod. I play a lot of different RTSs. I didn't really get much into many mods for RTSs, honestly. Other than my own mod for Comp Heroes 2. In Definitive Edition, I think they did take quite a bit from the, they really improved all the Revolt decks. Revolts were available in, let's see, was it War Chiefs or, what's it called? Asian Dynasties? But they were pretty bare-bone basic. Now they're actually full-blown decks with uniqueness to them. Blue's not falling back. He doesn't really have time to fall back. He has to be a bit more aggressive. The longer he waits, the worse off he is. But if he can't, if he's not comfortable to push forward, then it's probably going to be game over for him relatively soon. Try and claim this city battery there. Has a couple more horse artillery here. And he never got his Royal Guard upgrades as well. Now going for a San Martin, which will give him the San Martin Hero, 13 Mountain Granados, and 10 Dragoons. Which is sort of weird. He has war wagons. Would they be Guard Dragoons? Or would they be regular Dragoons? Big buttons. Because right now, he has Guard war wagons, but he has no Guard Dragoons, since that's not a unit he can usually deploy. So he may get lesser quality Dragoons. It's not super great. If they're guard dragoons, that makes perfect sense. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Up the hour guard dragoons. Okay, that's good. Switches shipment to coins. San Martin is a pretty healthy hero. Let's see. I think it's just mostly there for flavor. Looks just looks like a Hussar with a lot of extra health. I would say he's like, oh, he's not a mercenary, but things that counter heroes also counter mercenaries generally. And he is classified as hero, so spies will kill him pretty quickly if anybody actually deploys spies. But then again, since he's not a mercenary, these Magadis do bonus damage versus a mercenary, which he is not. Red is going to just play it safe since his opponent's economy is pretty much stalled out. Why do people build mosque fast with Ottomans since they only get millets after clicking Commerce Age? I'm not so sure. Maybe for a bit of experience, maybe just try to build it early. I'm not really an Ottoman player myself. Let's see. They probably just want to get it up and going early on so you get also the experience trickle, as well as just making sure they can always get those upgrades going. Culverins firing away against each other, got horse artillery, got some Nagachos advancing forward, around a Little Knights of flank hit those artillery pieces immediately. That's not looking good for blue. Culverins here, Red's Falconets do go down. Revolutionaries are starting to get countered by the Fulani archers. Horse artillery getting some great hits on this formation. Revolutionaries starting to get some pulls into them. Uhlans charge way forward, but it looks like they are not going to be enough. Now the Granados, their base damage is 17. I'm just not impressed by them. And looks like Blue's armor will go down. That's probably game over since he has no real way to follow up with this. He has 2,000 coin. He could perhaps, once he gets so close to a shipment, perhaps bring some mercenaries, but nothing here. Only the Elmetos will probably be useful right now, which are Elite Mercenary Lancer. Now there's the Elmeto shipment. He's also clicked one of the big buttons. Or maybe that was... That's red. And there's blue. And it looks like blue went ahead and back out of the game. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. But before I get started next replay, I need time to restart the game because that sound bug still exists. And I think I started hearing, or lack of hearing it, when I was playing it in that last replay, and also needed to take time before a quick refreshing break. Please give me one. Jeez, I'm back. And... oh crap, I deleted the wrong one. Oops. Oh well. Let's see, Lakota. Or Sioux. versus Aztecs. Greetings everyone, and great here. Oh, it's the replay is slow. I can see moving up at a slow pace. Let's not do that one. Oh, the other one's gonna be slow either way. Let's do this one. Some players play at slow speed, and I don't want to cast replays in slow speed. Of course, the camera bug, I have to reset every single time. And here we go. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on the north side as the Blue Ottomans, we have Batu. Oh no, that's the... Yeah, that's Batu. I don't know why I got those two names mixed up. On the south side as the Red Germans, we have Joan of Wied. Wield. Don't know how to pronounce that. Either way, let's see. Did any players select a deck just yet? Nope. Not just yet. Oh yeah, on this map as well, both players start off with a bandit cartman named the Bandit Cartman. It's the claim up those early treasures. That is the buoy there. So this is red. Taking out some of the sharks. And we'll get some pearls. There's a lot of treasures out to see, as well as experience. And we do have a mixed deck here. An Ottoman mixed deck does go for schooners, making your fishing boats cheaper. Also has some town defense and fish market. Got the Palace of Intrigue. A lot of naval cards here. So it looks like the Ottomans will embrace the hybrid map nature, as Egyptian Mamluks. And the Germans have not selected decks just yet because they don't have enough experience just yet. Their shipments do cost more. Oh yeah, these colonial swashbucklers here, gotta be careful. They have 50% faster attack speed, or no, it's 33%. 33.333. So they're actually pretty high damage, but you do get a wood trickle for killing him. We do have the mosque here, which does provide 0.8 experience per second. And now he's going for settler wagons. Not a hybrid deck. It is fully land. So the Ottomans going to embrace the sea. The Germans going to reject it. The cartman does also act as a basic fishing boat as well. 0.33 is not great, but it's better than nothing. And red will be killing off these swamp gators, crocodiles, and steal their treasure worth 80 coin. There's age up for the quartermaster.
Evet.
We will start killing off the honey badger and steal his fancy leather sandals. You monster. The honey badger's going to walk around in style. The German player is aging up to the quartermaster. There's a salt mine here. Salt mines offer 10,000 coin deposit. A lot of coin, but they do get collected up slower. I think it's like only a little bit slower, but still faster than plantation. So it's better to eat salt than eat cotton. Lockhart mines not being researched. Yep, it's a nice little hybrid map on a peninsula. Okay, show the Ottoman, I think you mean BO deck. Yeah, I'll just go briefly. Got city defenses, fish markets, schooners, villagers, wood coin, janissaries, palace of intrigue, rendering plant, galleys, proof warships, janissaries. Yes, he has the market, or not market, mosque, but no market. He went mosque into trading post, or trading post and mosque. Probably at the same time, villager built the mosque and the explorer built the trading post. And now he's building a dock. He has skipped the market for time frame and also bringing in shipment of wood. This is a hybrid map and as well as a hybrid deck, so he is going to get a bit of water stuff going. So he's collecting up some treasures down here. And red is currently eyeing nothing. Janissaries, Endurance School, Sipahi, Abbas Guns, Falconets, Moss Construction, Frigate, Egyptian Mamelukes, Akim Argolan School, Gule Schools, Sipahis, Great Bombards, Factory, and Factory. Another note as well, when it comes to replay system, I can't see what people go for. I don't know why, but the replay system does not allow me to see stuff. But I can see what they've gone for at the natives, but not anything else. It's something that's just not available in the Age of Empires 3 replays, and I really hate it. Red does have a trading post here as well. More of the fishing boats. Let's see, what's the German eyeing? He's eyeing for a big round of Uhlans to put some aggression to his opponent. But he's not applying aggression to his opponent, going for the silversmiths. Yeah, if you just want to take a quick screenshot here, it's nothing too special. I suppose the Endurance School, Gule School, and the Akin Oglu, I don't know how to pronounce any of these names. School. He went to school. But not at university, at a Masadra. Is that what they call them in Islamic world? Yep, and let's go ahead and focus on the fight. Ulan's pushed forward and does mean to get inside his town center. He does not have city defenses for increased damage, so now he's going to play Ring Around the Rosie. Yep, he has not selected it though. Ulan's pushed forward. In this case, the town center, when it's fully garrisoned with 10 villagers, does do 90 damage. It will not it will 3-shot these Uhlans. If he does go for that card, it may not necessarily 3-shot them with a 30% damage resist. But my offhand math suggests it may allow him to 2-shot the Uhlans rather than just triple 3-shot them. But of course, his entire oh, he's going for it now. Guess we'll find out soon enough. 1 health remaining. Does it 4-shot it if he doesn't have it, or? Oh, 4-shots them. Leaves him 1 health remaining, so villagers just need to follow it up to take out those Uhlans. There's the city defense shipment. It will go to 3 shots rather than 4-shot. Not ideal, but when you're hunkered down like this, gotta do what he can do. He still has some economy going with the fishing boats. Just needs some coin, then he can age on up. But right now, he's just gonna let the town sort of fire it out. He sees his opponent going for mass Uhlans. Uhlans have 19 siege damage, so nothing too great for their price. It'll take a long time to force some stuff down, and just letting town sort of pick these guys off. No fishing boats on the queue. He can't get any wood income at the moment. Hard to say. These Uhlans, they're expensive. And his opponent has cut his village production, so his economy is not improving. And right now we have only 15 villagers in here. He's aging up. He is still progressing. He's going for the scout. He has a galley here to provide some fire support. Or bombard it. And he's going to try to evacuate some villagers onto it. Does go for a broadside on one of them as well. Uhlans are not good siege attackers. They have pretty low health for a heavy cab. Let's see, the scout. I don't know what the scout provides off the top of my head. But, like I was saying before, okay, the German players want to resume some village production. Now he's bringing the town militia. That's just a regular levy in that description. They offer good damage, and they're a bit more effective than Standard Militia with lower health, and they immediately got ripped apart by the Ulans. Just trying to stall out the game so his age up can complete. If he does get this shore bomb there, one militiaman could pick off this guy with one shot, missed the wrong target. Now so I finished off that one, and now he's bringing conscription. And Red's gonna just die on the town center. 400 health, or less than 197. Why did I say 4? Does lose it, does cancel the age up, but that also means he gets a full refund, so he has a lot of resources. Ulan's gonna rip the part there. And now German player is aging up, going for the Exile Prince. His attack has stalled out. 26 villagers versus 27. Of course, he does have some settler wagons. He has 8, so plus 8. Oh, and the replay actually broke. That game was not even halfway done. Oh, that was a shame. On to the next player. Portuguese. Oh, they're not free, so I can't say exactly for sure. I wasn't really paying attention to his resources. By the way, let's go get started. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Small on top left side. Wait. That's AI, isn't it? That's an AI name, Henry Navigator. Yeah, but villagers click like that, unless there's some guy spoofing at it. Yeah, they were collecting up those resource crates slow, weren't they? Why did somebody upload a replay that's, yep, AI on easy? How do you manage to store multiple replays? Go to your replay, you can go to the Open Save Game folder and just rename it. It will replace the recorded game whenever you whenever you go to new game. So just simply go to this file and rename it. That's zoomed in. I think that was YouTube description. Welcome to the channel. I really need to make that sound effect different from which follow in YouTube description. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Small on top right side as the blue US of A, we have Spoony Deer. Small on left side as the red French, and that spam button's annoying me. We have Kronos L7L. Of course, Kronos should be spelled with a K, right? If Age of Mythology has taught me anything. US tend to go for a deck first, as they do start with a collection of books to collect on up. When it comes to natives on this map, we got the Cree Settlement, which gives you access to the Cree Tracker, which remember is a really high health skirmisher, as well as the French villager variant, the Cree Chorus de Bois, or however you pronounce it. And down south, we got the Huron Settlement, which give you some Huron mantlets, a Siege Mantlet variant, which you can deploy in absurdly high numbers. This player has a shipment available.
Yes.
Any funny names of generals? Nope. And let's see, this player's gone for the Cree Volunteers. So it's going to be some sort of Cree deck, which does have some native Crees, but it's also an age up for the Cree as well, which doesn't have to necessarily go for it. He is going for the Chinese immigrants, which will give him free trading posts. I think they're free. They cost anything? Can't remember. So I'm making trading posts a bit more healthy. What else do we have here? We've got the French immigrants, the Irish immigrants, It's a lot of flavors of immigrants. With the long rifles, you got the Springfield Armory, Hamilton Economics. Looks like it's going to be a fast fortress based on the coin shipment and lack of stuff here. Got the Marines as well as the conscription. Got a lot of carbine cavalry cards, so you may be going for light cavalry Marines. As well as Washington's Legions for Grenadier stuff. And Team Kree allies. Gives you 10 Kree trackers, also set their war size active, so makes them veteran, not guard. Don't know if there's anything special. Why go for this card? Don't know if there's any other times 16 or larger shipment there, but this is a team card for 1v1. We also got Indian Friendship as well as the 1st Michigan Sharpshooters, which also does affect... Okay, look at here. Read closely. It says Kree Warrior Society active, Champion Kree Society active, so it puts them up to guard for free. Or, yeah, the shipment's free, so for free it gets them... Makes the Kree Trackers and Kree Sharpshooters. Very nice. So it's going for Kree Carbine Cavalry Marines. Interesting composition. And also, we don't have rolling artillery. It's usually a US staple. I got a relatively unique deck here as well. We do have the Homestead Wagon. That's a very rare card to see. Akin Regime, that's not uncommon though. We also got cows. So he has sheep and cows. Rural fencing. You have Team Quiche, which does give your entire team a food trickle. That looks like a pizza to me. What exactly is a quiche? Never really had... I don't think I ever... don't really cook. Anything that goes in the air fryer I'll eat up. A lot of livestock cards here. We've got 15 sheep wagon as well. So may see some sort of like double livestock yard. If he's going for the homestead wagon there, that can of course give him a livestock pen. You may lose this guy to the polar bear. He's quite unbearable. The scout is shanking the bear as well. One of those bonus damage versus yep, there goes Explorer. Quartermaster, wait, what? He built a livestock pen. It's going for fast selective breeding. What is the French player doing? This, he can get out another sheep there. 7 sheep plus a... Nope, he didn't get the... Wait. He has 11 sheep at the moment. Going for more sheep now. What is this deck? We got some 2 very creative decks here. I always love to see livestock pen play, but this one's a bit more... a lot of livestock than normal. Not a problem. I always love somebody interacting with me. Now, if you want something fun, looks like both players' decks are very creative, so this may be a pretty interesting game to watch. Because I have no idea what's in store. Got a lot of sheeple. We got the Kree. US players aging up with Pennsylvania, which does give us was a Tammany Festival for more Kree stuff. Does that give them more build limit of Kree? Some interactions I'm not familiar with. Now let's bring in some of the French villager variants. So we got native villagers versus sheep. This game's going pretty crazy. Now we've got the cows going. Okay, he has 13 sheep. The 7 cows are filled out, so we have 20 livestock. 20 delicious animals. He also has already gotten a quick fatten upgrade, which I have no idea how effective that is. Goes up by 3, then by 1 usually. I know I see 2 different ticks there, so I have no idea. Terminal coin there. I have a feeling it's going to be fast fortress. Got a whole bunch of cows. Keep those doggies rolling. goes for his own Cree and brings more of the French villager variants to go on with his French villagers. This player has also gone for French villagers. And the Chinese immigrants are settling everywhere, able to get more trading posts there. We also got a forward barracks, probably from the free military wagon from his age up. Like the coin there. He has cut villager production so he can start by his age up. I wonder if he'll age up to Indiana to get a free age up again. Going for the Cree kinship, which I don't know what that is top of my head. Let's see. Reduces the build time of native units, and as well as the Cree Chorus the boys, which actually are they classified as native? If it has its own separate build? Actually, they're not classified as native, so the upgrade has to mainly target them as well. Hamilton economics now being researched. Are those sheep passively generating food? No. When you task livestock onto a livestock pen, it fattens them up quickly. Or more quickly. He's also gone to research to make them fatten up even more quickly. So, you can start, once they be fattened, unfattened, you can collect them up pretty quickly. In comparison, let's use a standard villager. You can see here that this villager is collecting up this bison up at a rate of 0.92 with after hunting dogs. Beforehand it was 0.84. When you collect them livestock, the base collection rate is 2. Incredibly fast. But it is somewhat of an investment. You buy the sheep or ship in the sheep or cattle early, and then you have to eat them later for a profit of food. So it is going for livestock is a little bit of investment. Is food from herdables gathered as fast as hunt? Oh, like I said, more than twice as fast. In comparison to mills, the base collection rate of collecting from farms, food from farms, I think is 0.6 or 0.5. Very slow compared to animals on the field. Of course, you can only task a couple villagers to eat these things through. They'll go only a handful of villagers can go through this, while a full farm can support 10 villagers.
Oui. Votre
Got some regulars push way forward. There's enough French musketeers to engage them.
Oui.
But the regulars do have +2 range, get a free first shot, and not really much retaliation. Red can just turn around and shoot them. There's also, if you really want to do something fun with livestock, there is a common shipment for some European civilizations called polling mills, which I think is available to like the British primarily, as well as I think the Italians, can't remember, which improves the collection rate from herdables by ×4, so you collect at a rate of 8.
Oui.
Which is the same rate you unpack crates. So in other words, you unpack the food from a sheep. Of course, it's really hard to get enough sheep to maintain that. You can see here, this sheep will be eaten very quickly, but they will be collected at a pretty fast rate. French villagers, and of course these Cree Corps, the boys, do collect up stuff faster, so they collect at a staggering 2.5 rate. But you can see here, it is rapidly being eaten. They don't last long, but they're a good source of food. Russian American company shipped on in. That's age 3 shipment for the US player, so he's advanced the next age. Who's gotten who's this? I think this is Waukesha Settlers. Not sure what he aged up with. It's not Kentucky. Was this Tennessee? I forget. So the French player's gonna be eating well tonight. He's getting enough coin. He's going for looks like a fast industrial. He needs what, 1,200 coin to age on up and 2,000 food. There's plenty of food here. Cows do offer more food storage as well. Oh, yep. Let's see. Let me look at my other screen. Interesting. I've been maining Ottomans. I tried to get all the hunts before going to farms, as you said, but I end up not making it to the market. I still don't feel my deck is good. Oh, the word that got flagged or phrase was "feel my deck." I think the auto moderation thought you were saying "feel my dick." There's a lot of guides. People make a lot of guides. I can help you out with that. I'm probably not the best one to advise some of this stuff. I'm a bit more of a casual myself who casts games. Yep. When it comes to the market, you should generally try to avoid using the market for selling resources. It's a lot less inefficient. You could just calculate. Just try to avoid using the market. The market should be trying to sell food or buy food or coin. Should be more or less the last resort. Let's see, if I were to have for a moment, allow, and there we go. Allow the message since it was technically allowable. Don't worry, I won't feel your deck. Sorry, that was a horrible joke. We do have some sharpshooters deployed in the field. Sharpshooters, in comparison to skirmishers, are a bit more extreme. They have lower damage, higher range, higher multipliers. So against other skirmishers, they are a little bit lacking, barring the range part. But against heavy infantry units, they will annihilate them much easier. We also got a 15 sheep shipment with another homestead wagon. He may use that homestead wagon to pull out a farm. I think homestead wagons can also pull out plantations or estates in Divinity Edition. There are some communities, Discord communities you could try joining. One of the communities I get replays from is the Sun Bros. I think that you can probably get them from the Age of Empires 3 Reddit forums. A invite link through that. That may be a good place to start. I think there's a section for each of the civilizations you may be able to parse through. And plus, I think they're always happy to talk to new players. Got veteran musketeers now being employed on N. We do now have the patriotism. Let's see. US players had enough resources to age on up, but then bought some stuff. Going for stagecoach now. You can now age up once again. He is aging up with Ohio. Free kinship now being researched. The French player is almost to industrial age himself. Both players going for relatively fast industrial. Oh yeah, I do help with the co-casting from the tournament stuff there as well. That's also another good spot. Age of Empires 3 is definitely more community-led stuff. There's also the Age of Empires official Discord, which does have Age of Empires 3 sections. I don't think I really parsed through it as much. But I do know that Age of Empires 3 is more community-led compared to the other Age of Empires. 4 is definitely more led by the developers, as well as 2 has its Age of Empires 2. And of course, Mythology, I think that community is starting to grow because Retold came out. Cows are being eaten, so has a good number of sheep here from the livestock pens. From that shipment, going for a land grab. That's probably not super useful. User Yohao still being researched. He does have 2 town centers at the moment. He's still not started his age up. He needs a bit more coin. Overall, the livestock has not gone for an estate there. And they're collecting at 0.63, which is not great. These are the French villagers, and they still don't have a great collection rate on estates. Regular villagers' base collection rate at coin mine here, with the research going, is 0.78. So, yep. As mentioning as well, it's better to go for the resources on the map rather than going for the secondary economies, like we call it. US players going for can bring in a shipment. Maybe a good idea to go with the first Michigan volunteer sharpshooters. Proves the Kree tracking sight range by 9. That's actually quite a bit. Also gives them a charge attack. Can you already research Stagecoach? I must be going crazy. Standing army. French player, he is still not progressed his age up. Don't know what he's doing. Right now, US player probably has a pretty good timing attack. If he's going for the first Michigan Volunteers sharpshooters, does not only give some good units, but also gets them the Kree up the guard.
I'm ready. Yes.
I'm ready.
Sharpshooter is still age 3 veteran, but now he has champion Kree. He's also pulling out a good number of them. How many can you deploy on the field at the moment? 26. That's a good amount. So I think the Tasmanian Festival does act as a whole another set to improve the build limit as well. As we go to the French, yep, 13. So it does count as a whole double the build limit if they already have allies, the Koreans. Very nice. Building. It was a mix of both, honestly. Before he aged up to 2, he did pull out some sheep and then also shipped in some sheep. A mix of both, but I don't think he properly utilized it. He prolonged his age 4 way too long. He's going to Tycoon, which does give him a bit of coin rebate, and now he's going to get rid of the part. He has musketeers, which are hard countered by the Kree and by the sharpshooters. A lot of light infantry there. Yeah, the US Army is very vulnerable right now to heavy cavalry, as well as falconets. That is not a falconet. And the French does back of the game now. This is great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. There we go, the replay finally ended. Did I actually forgot to start the replay at the beginning of that? Nope. Let's see, let's try to get you one more Ottoman. My voice is starting to go out, so that's probably my last replay for tonight. Greetings everyone, and great here of another Age of Empires 3 replays. One on the top left side is the blue Swedes. We have Abdu 401. 401 is the arrow code Forbidden, right? On bottom right side as the red Ottomans, we have Wolf. He's a good boy, give him some good head pats. Can't really say for sure. I usually just cast replays of whatever just gets uploaded in the Discord channel, so it's not really replay sharing site. So I just grab whatever I can. Not necessarily what's good or bad, just try to eye for ones that are not versus bots. Let's see now. We do have, when it comes to natives map, got a very important native, the cow. You can get some free cows. We also have the House of Odenburg, which does give you access to a royal hunter, which is a villager that specializes in collecting up resources, which can be upgraded to royal huntsmen, which are a counter skirmisher, a very rare unit type that's specifically designed to beat light infantry. Also, the Northern Musketeer, which is just a musketeer with only costing food. Effectively making it cheaper than standard musketeers because food gets collected quickly. The other natives on the map is House of Fanar, which does give access to overzone skirmishers which have high hit points, boyars, and heavy cavalry that have high attack speed, and a button there to build to get free musketeers. Mostly the Sombros Discord has a lot of replays they upload there. There's also a replay uploading section in the house of the trading post, but it doesn't look like people really upload too many there. Also got the Helga Peltz spam deck that is spamming up the Swedish light cavalry. He also has access to Jaeger's mercenaries, and since in the Swedish Jaeger mercenaries can be enabled, and so you can get that as a permanent build option. So he is going for a Skirmgoon version, the Finnish Helga Peltz and the German Hessian Jaegers. And we do have the NN deck. I have not sure what that means. It does include the Silk Road, which he sent that first to get more trade or more income from the trading posts. So you may want to get out a second trading post as soon as you can to really get dividends. It does have Palace Intrigue. Overall, it looks like it'll be a fast fortress. It does have Falconets, Great Bombars, Sipahi cards. And Enderan School, Kuli School, and Akim in Oglon School, how do you pronounce that? Definitely focus on Fortress and Industrial Age. He has built in the second trading post now. I know it's just something as well. We got, yes, this is technically infinite card, but the first one does provide 4 prospect wagons, but the other ones just only get sent 2. Does have, yep, this will increase the range of Helga Peltz by 1. Not really that great. Carolyn's by 3. That's actually a bit more the significant part about it. Trample Tactics. And Finn Horses increases cavalry's health. Reduces the attack speed of the Trample attack speed by 0.05, so it makes them attack a lot faster. As well as improve the hit points. Got the Governor now being researched. And the Ottomans. Or not Ottomans, the Quartermaster. Blah. Yep, mine's starting to melt right now. Got some torps, not a whole lot of torps in the field, just a modest number. We do have some minions, you'd probably be eyeing for that, as was the Eisenberg Ironworks. There's the more torp card. One thing you can do against Swedes, if you realize your opponent's pushing quite aggressively the torps, you can torch the torps and just get rid of them. Sort of like how Japanese shrines, if they're being aggressive with their shrines, just punch them for it. Pikemen are a very good torch unit, as well as taking out cavalry. He does delete the cows, letting the torps to collect those up. Will collect a good rate, but killing off the cows early like that means they're not going to be super fattened. With the market and the mosques now being established. In this case, he went for a delayed market and mosque so he can get out these trading posts. After all, the Silk Road is a pretty nice card. Gives you all your crates that you ship in, such as coin, 25% more resources, as well as trade routes provide 25% more resources. So now with the plus 25% coin, the 700 coin effectively gets turned into what? 800, almost 9, somewhere between 800 and 900 coin. Does add up. He has 2 shipments available, but not going for either. He's already gone shipping his coin. He is now aging up. He's saving these 2 shipments for the next age. This 1200 coin will turn into 20, or 1000 coin turns to 1250 coin. That's enough coin to age up again. So if you solely focus on collecting food, he can try going for fast industrial, or he can go ahead and start pulling out perhaps AZAPs. AZAPs are a weird infantry unit in the game. They may look like a light infantry unit being an archer, but they're actually a heavy infantry unit. They're a weird unit. They're an exception, and one of the exceptions to the rule. Hussars straightforward. Does inside the town center now. Looks like the explorer is going to be gunned down.
Emre.
Finds that one villager, and the villager does go down there. The marksman is now being researched, which I believe will give him a handful of obelisk guns, like 4 obelisk guns, which is actually not a good idea with all the hussars in the field. He has a bit of food. He's absent the coin. Maybe he does have a bit of food, so perhaps maybe Sipahi. Sipahi against this situation probably get overwhelmed, though they will be effective. Seem like a bit of a waste of the Sipahi. So maybe the Azaps. Azaps into coin. Then maybe into wood. He has 3 shims available. I'll take time to torch it down. He is going for Sipahi. Sipahi is pretty much the premier heavy cavalry in the game. There's some torps there. And they're around Tin Mine. Tin is smaller. 1,500 rather than 2,000, so it's easy to torch down. Got gold up in these hills. I'm surprised I didn't see the torps up here. Those torps will last much longer up there.
Evet, emrin.
Now there's 5 Sipahi. They're excellent units, that's for sure. Do not save this trade post. Obelisk guns. Oh, his shipment of obelisk guns he got from the Age Up actually were useful. I stand corrected. Sipahi do have excellent AoE damage. Ripped apart those hussars. Okay, I always underestimate Sipahi. They're always just good. 6.5. They are hussars. Oh, are faster, but of course faster doesn't mean means moving. I created a deck with the Silk Road today, but I fear it is getting rushed and by not having army because I spend it on trading posts. It all depends on the matchup as well. There's some civilizations that are great at rushing, such as the Russians, no pun intended, and the Aztecs. You sort of there's something you can do when you're in game. If you click on this button, click on the person, you actually bring up their deck. Assume they have one selected, you can actually take a look at what their deck is in game. And that way you can view their deck and you get an idea of what they're going for. Of course, as a replay, I can't necessarily do it like how I showed you. But just remember, the treaty button, click on the player, and pull up their deck. Got a Shimmer Falcon that's there. So as the 3 obelisk guns. Going for the millet system.
Emrin, Evselam.
Emrin.
He currently has 1,625 villagers. There is the Halka-Pelts, which is the light cavalry unit, which will be countered by the obelisk guns. What about the new Iroquois? They rushed me super fast yesterday. Can't really say at the top of my head. It's one of those things where you just gotta scout out and see what your opponent's doing. If you look at your opponent's deck and you think he's going to be aggressive, don't go for economic cards. Go for aggressive cards to counter it. I don't really know what to say. Oh, one villager gets gunned down there. The Iroquois do have an archer that only costs food, which is light infantry units, so you can counter those out with heavy cavalry. If they go for tomahawks, a bit more of a generalist heavy infantry unit, which not every civilization has their own heavy or light infantry to counter them. Crossbowmen's more of a soft counter than a hard counter, so don't really rely on crossbow against them. Going for regular musketeers against them is not bad as well. There's the shipment of Azaps. They are classified as heavy infantry. They are a weird ranged pikemen sort of thing. They have good pikemen melee damage against all cavalry, but they also have the effect, a similar effect to light cavalry at range. They're definitely a counter unit. though they do lack the siege damage compared to pikemen. You now have the mosque constructions to get cheaper mosque research, as well as cheaper Palace of Intrigue research as well. Also, cancel the Palace Intrigue, going for shipment of coin.
Evet.
Bottom player's going for this coin shipment, which will give enough coin to age up. Right now, the Swedish player does have 30 villagers, as well as a decent number of torps, so his economy is very, very good right now. 11 out of 20. Effectively, each torp provides extra villagers, so effectively 41 villagers versus 18. That's one thing as well. Ottoman's economy, it's difficult. People debate whether or not Ottomans are strong or very weak. In some cases, if your opponent's playing against an eco game and you're trying to do stuff like Fast Fortress, it is a little bit difficult. That's for sure.
Evet.
ASAPs are straightforward. They have 14 range. These guys have less than normal range at 10. So these ASAPs are a great item, as well as the obelisk guns. Both of these units are effective against those Helcapels, like Cavalry in general.
Emrin.
It's probably just have to make sure to keep a distance. If these guys get in the range, they're dead. That one's dead. He's actually pushing way forward. He's going to engage. He's going to try his opponent up in melee here, so his other anti-light cavalry units are trying to engage. Got some Jaegers on the field as well, which will do bonus damage to ASAPs. They're heavy infantry,
Evet.
while they won't do any bonus damage to the obelisk guns. The Ottoman player looks like he has now triple town center. He's eyeing to get his eco going. He has gone for the shipment of wood, which does, of course, have forest roof drop off. He's getting quite a bit of food stored up as well. This also increased the build limit of covered wagons by 2. So he could eye for some sort of like quintuple town center. Got a saloon here. Ragnar's Revenge. Going for more of the Jaegers. He actually has not actually gone for a contract Hessian Jaegers. He did get Jaegers as a random mercenary draw. Got advanced artillery there, which will give him 1 mortar. Looks like Blue's going to try to close out the game now. Jaegers can be counted out with spies. You're welcome. I can't give you guaranteed answers. I can give you generalist answers.
Bita.
It's one of those things, well, there are some unique unit types. One probably the oversight that I think many people make is that ASAPs are not light infantry, but heavy infantry. Which is a very important distinction. Got Eisenberg Ironworks there, increasing the coin collection rate by torps by 100%. And there's the mortar. An early mortar like this can cause some huge issues to structures. 500 damage per shot. Oh yeah, that's huge. You got 37 versus 118. Yep, that's huge. Ottoman player looks like has a large number of idle villagers. I see. Yeah, it looks like Ottoman player had some villagers rotating around. He has a small military force there. He's aging up with the Grand Vizier, which I think gives him some more of the Spahi, right? 4 or 3. 3. They also automatically upgrade per age, so you don't have to worry about game. So they're automatically guards, so they have even higher stats right now. They're a very nice unit, but he's fighting against a good amount of light cavalry. So he needs to put more obelisk guns and ASAPs against them. Janissary is not bad either. Villager gets gunned down. He can't be losing villagers like that. Shipment of Janissary seems good to me. I don't think the fact is going to be super useful. The Jaegers also pose a problem as well, so it does need the bombards. Right now the Ottoman's position is just not good. costing a lot of wood right now. He does have Palace Intrigue. Okay, he's going for the Palace of Intrigue research. He's going for the Advanced Mosque research. There is the New Order Infantry, which gives him Nazim Fusiliers, a elite heavy infantry unit that's going to be limit spawns. So he's going to rely solely on the mosque. Does get the guard Nazim Fusiliers, 20 out of 20 of them. And with range attack, the bonus versus heavy, each different stance gives them different multipliers. They all classify as heavy, so the Jaegers will do bonus damage against them. So it's not a perfect counter. But they are still pretty usable against these Huckapults. Now the town's a bit under fire. Sipahi straight forward. There we go. He used some sort of ability there. What ability? I'm not sure. He has bayonets drawn. Sipahi needs to keep it distance. He needs to let these guys do the work. Sipahi drawing some fire. That one guy's in the formation is not good. Sipahi fires away. Sipahi getting gunned down. These guys didn't do enough work, and there's still too many Jaegers. Sipahi falling on back. Does cut that one unit there. Mortar firing away. He's bringing the stream of great bombards. Let's see. Okay, now these guys in a cover formation, so they get ×2 damage versus all cavalry at range. So these guys will report the cavalry at range. Well, it looks like they were trying to move forward. They should have been A move forward. Let's grab some A-Zaps and Obelisk guns there. Need some more supply to engage those Jaegers. Most of the Huckapelts are down, which is good. There's great bombards that will greatly help out against these. They're great. Hope you cast another game, but if you don't, please recommend someone who is casting. There's a handful of channels. Sorry, my voice is starting to go off. This will be my last replay for tonight. Let's see. I know there's Samurai Revolution, but he mostly does like a first-person perspective stuff. Let's see. Yeah, the House of Trading Post. You can there is a section where people, as well as some bros, where people upload their videos. So that's probably a good spot to start with. But I think most of them are in the first-person perspective. Great bombards got ripped apart there, poorly placed. Losing those great bombards like that is a huge problem. He has 28 idle villagers. That's not good. So he has pretty much no economy right now. Going for the Kapuli cores, which should give him some more Sipahi, right? I think another 4 more? 5 more. It also increases some of the other resistances. General improvement. Jaegers broken apart here. He should generally be A moving forward. If they're moving, they're not attacking. A will connect with the Huckapelts. Even though these guys don't get bonus damage, smashing anything in will do damage. And he's... There we go, get some volley there. Either A, you charge in, or you withdraw. That is dancing around that's not great. He's actually connecting these guys, rips them apart. And he will counter his counter by hitting him really hard with really good AoE. Thinking that mortar is actually important as well. They help protect his buildings. He still has 32 idle villagers, so Red's economy has still not recovered. Or even resumed. He's now bringing the Nazim Fusiliers. He replaces Janissary shipments with the Nazim Fusilier.
Emlyn?
Good damage there. Does lose the rest of Sipahi now. Villager firing her gun. Now we've got some more mortars being blown in the field. The Swedish player is still age 3. His economy has not been paused. Has 55 villagers plus 10 from the corpse versus just 40. He's collecting quite a bit of coin right now, so maybe he still has a large number of idle villagers. He needs to get that fixed. There's no reason why those villagers are idle. He could probably also repair up this town center while at it. Gar and Nazim Fusiliers push by forward. They may get some free kills there on these mortars. Get some good damage there. Oh, we also got some militiamen here. The lady's also helping out these men. Now he's in the cover formation. Give them more revolutionary multipliers. And now he's bringing in the, how to pronounce that word? Or? I don't even know how to pronounce that C. Yeah, let's get a round of great bombards. They're very fine. He's also now going for the, Perulu Viziers, or however you pronounce that. I can't pronounce anything in this game. Handful of militia there along the Jaegers. A decent number of great bombards push right forward. Great bombards, they just do good damage, not real multipliers other than negative multipliers. Ranged cavalry cavalcade, so we got some improvements here for these hog pelts. Placard mines as well. Very fine coat. And a couple culverins for counter artillery. Going for more of the York research. He's actually maxed out, so he had a bit of downtime, but nothing too significant since I see this one's still progressing while this one's paused. There's some holes over there. Jaegers are still generally good. He has a decent amount of counter artillery. Who does what? 160 damage per attack? 3, I think that is enough to one-shot a Great Bombard. I always think the exact numbers. Ragnar's revenge does go down. He will have his revenge. Some of this other ships are going down. The Swedish player is getting at pop cap, but not at pop cap. Has quite a bit of resource stock piled up. Does one shot one of the Great Bombards, splash another one. Does get some damage on the culverins. Counter barrages. Doesn't finish off that one. Nazim Fusiliers in melee mode. After all, these guys don't have any melee resist, just range resist. And the AoE damage from the Huckapel's doing some great work there. One does stay up. Great Bombards. He could have finished one off. Now bring in the contract Hessian Jaegers, get 10 Jaegers. Of course, he is still age 3. Keep on forgetting that. You also can bring in the free hot air balloon. More Sipahi now pulling the field. Going for some imams here to heal up his elite infantry units. As well as probably up the Great Bombard. Now also the standing army being researched. More villagers. He has enough resources to age on up, so let's look on eye for the age up. So let's bring some more light cavalry. Yep, he's going to just go for military units. He's not going to eye to age up. That's probably a good call. But right now, as Ottoman starts getting more and more villagers, he does get another town center of the field. He has not gone for 2 additional town centers, nor the factories. Probably a good idea to go for factories.
Hazır.
Find some mortars. Mortars do go down there. That was a really free kill. Here comes the Huckapelts. These guys are very stacked up. The AoE damage from Huckapelts may be devastating. Going for Sapahi. I think he should have gone for a round of the Fusiliers. You could activate trample mode. He's trying to go for Sapahi. He's running around a little bit too much. These Jaegers need to start hitting over here. Guys can get some time militia there. Great Bombarders is firing out a little bit of everything. Red is playing Ring on the Rosie and somehow being a bit more successful as an opponent. Jaeger's not getting, or now in range of Great Bombarders, so play Ring on the Rosie a bit too much, and all this AoE game's going to rip them apart. Very poor control there by Blue. Some villagers trying to get stabbed there. Of course, Great Bombarders not great against cavalry. Just fine. And these Nazim Fusiliers still cause some issues. Just finish those guys off. He's losing a bit too many villagers. He's down to 55 villagers. Still aging up, going for the cavalry marshal. And that Great Bombard could have been picked off a long time ago as well.
Hello.
Let's take out those units there. Not trying to cut the Nazim Fusiliers, who did far too much damage there against these villagers. And just didn't even get a swipe there. Very poor control there by Blue. There's Age Up, so it gets more Huckapelts. He's down to 44 villagers, not good. The Autumn player's at 72. Yep, Blue took too many losses there. Don't know if Blue can recover. We now have heavy cannons being pulled on the field, as well as more Huckapelts. More Nazim Fusiliers. However, of course, they are limited to 20. They're a nice unit. Very cost-effective for the population as well, but very limited. And right now, the Autumn player has enough resources to revolt. Is he going to revolt? He has 2 shipments available. If you good idea to get those factories for revolting. Go for more Fusiliers. Also, it looks like he got some plantation upgrades. We also have this still up here. Don't know if he's gone with any Northern Musketeers. Or the Royal Huntsman. Nope, he has not pulled any of them out, nor has he used big buttons, so the trading post appears not being super useful. Heavy cannons need to push on forward. Good volley there. Gets a couple more volleys there, takes on another group of them. Now we've got the Colvins Royale counter artillery. And we've got some Obus guns being pulled in the field. Light infantry units, which will be effective versus these Huckapelts. Good counter unit. Heavy cannons need to focus on the infantry. They're very stacked up. Great follow there. Obus guns do siege damage. They bypass the high range armor of the Swedes, and game's over, and I have no idea who actually won the game. I think the Swedish player backed out of the game. Yeah, I think the Swedish player backed out of the game. Oh, his heavy cannon's in great position. I have no idea. The more I think about it, the more I'm thinking the Swedish player backed out of the game. By the way, there's Angrade saying anything watching, and on to the next replay. Yeah, that's definitely my last replay tonight. One thing as well, if you're still lurking around, is I do have a YouTube channel you can find in my Twitch description, which has a good number of replays you can probably peruse as well. By the way, this Angrade